Hello, good day everyone. My name is John Lord Salvaña and today I'll be showing you my POS final PIT for OOP. Okay, so first I'm going to show you the code. So for the code, we have three different packages, the product DB, the sales, and the utilities, which each have their own classes. So first, let's start off with the product DB. In the product DB, we have the classes CPUs, laptops, product, and tablet. Okay, so first let's check the product class. Okay, this is our parent class, which has all of our methods for the price, the ID, the name, and the quantity, and also what we call for our other subclasses, and what our other subclasses will inherit. Then we have the three subclasses, which are our products, which are just the same, which have the same code, which is tablet, laptops, and CPUs. Most of the time, these have all the same codes, but they are just named differently in order for our system to work for each product. Next, let's go to the sales package, which has the help functions interface. The help function interface works like a parent class or a different parent class because in Java, we can only have one parent class. But this helps us have a loophole in order for our main class to work. Then finally, we have the sales package, which contains our application that opens and displays everything. Okay, let's check it out. So for our application, we have the normal things for our design of our system. We have the panel, the price, the labels, the text fields, and everything else. These are all normal when we use the design tab. Let's first go to our action listener. So we have the add action listener. Now, you might be asking, what is this listener? This is for our combo box when we select an item. So when we select an item, it displays the product ID, the price per piece, and the quantity in stock for the item, right? That's it. So now let's go to the add to cart button action listener. So when we click add to cart, it will then perform an action. So if the selected product is null, it parses an integer from the purchase text field in order to get our quantity purchased. Now, if the quantity purchased in this is greater than 0 and is also the selected product quantity stock is the same as our selected product's quantity stock, then the selected product's purchase will use the quantity purchase value. Then we get the item total or the total price for it using this formula. And also our total amount is equivalent to plus equals the item total. Okay? Then this is displayed in our table, which is our cart item, which is our cart. It is displayed in this table. So we have the product ID or name in this case, the price per piece for the product, the amount purchased, and the total amount to be paid. And it is displayed all in our cart text area. Now, in order to save our quantity, our updated quantity after subtracting an amount or buying an amount of items, we have this. This enables us to save our quantity in order so that when we click again, the updated quantity is still there. Then we have the total amount label. We set its text to the total amount we need to pay. Then the purchase text field is set to 0 or nothing. Then we have else if invalid quantity or the quantity that we inputted is invalid, then it will display this message dialog, invalid quantity. Now we have the checkout button. When we click the checkout button, it will parse for the amount of cash in our cash amount text field, the amount of cash we inputted. Then it will call the change and calculate it. Then we have the change label dot set text change is equal to the value of our change in this case. From there, we have the product, the selected product from our combo box, and then the string builder for our purchase details. We have the total amount, which is upended the total amount. We have the cash amount, which upends our cash amount. We have the change, which upends our change. And then we have the cart items. Okay, for the cart items specifically, since we have different amount of items, we're gonna upend it and split it into different parts. So we're gonna use a for loop for each specific item. And for each columns, we then split these columns for each one. So For example, we have column 1 of 3 of A. So if columns is length greater than or equal to 5. Okay, this is so that it calls this code specifically. So we want specifically to append the name of the product and the amount of items bought. So this is specifically for that. So that when we save it to our CSV file, it isn't broken up. Okay, next we initiate or instantiate our different subclasses. We have the generate receipt and the save purchase details. Now, depending on what we selected to our combo box, will be what classes this code calls. It could either be the tablet, the laptop, or the CPU. Any one of those classes. Good, good. Then it shows the message dialog for our receipt, which is just our purchase details displayed, and of course the message dialog or thank you for purchase. Then we reset our POS system for a new customer, which just sets our total amount to 0 and everything else back to its original amount or its original values. Then we have the public void main, which is just what to call the application and what is supposed to be open so that it displays the entire thing. Now let's go to the subclasses, right? So for the subclasses specifically, we have the public tablet, which takes, of course, the product ID, string, price per piece, and quantity stock. The string here in this case is our name. So after all that is taken and stored in each of these classes. Okay, to be frank, each of the classes have the same code. It's just that they're named differently in order so that when we select a specific item, it calls this class. Then we have the get quantity stock. So we get our quantity and then it displays everything. Now, when we purchase something, we call this, which is when we purchase something, the quantity is subtracted so that we have an updated quantity. That's that. Then we have the compute change thing. So the compute change method is so that our change. So we get returned the value of our change. And finally, we have the generate receipt and of course the save purchase details. And of course our get product ID, which is how we get our ID from this specific class to our main class or main application. So let's go with the generate receipt. So in this, I have a format for my receipt, the date, specific date, and of course specific time. Then we have the purchase details. It instantly copies everything from our purchase details from the POS app here. And then we have the thank you for purchase. Of course, it appends also that for our receipt. Finally, it saves all of these using the file writer to our text file receipt.txt. I made it into true so that when there's a new receipt, it doesn't replace the old one and it saves all of it into one text file. Then it will print out in the system receipt saved to receipt.txt to see if the receipt was actually saved, and if not, then it would display error saving receipt. Then we have the save purchase details. Okay, this is using the CSV, so we use a file path, this specific file path to save our CSV file. Then we open again our file writer, which is just the same for everything. We call upon our file path for the location. Then we call file is equal to new file path, boolean is empty. Of course, if it's empty, then it will display purchase date, total amount, cash amount, change, cart items, etc. Then if empty, it will write this specific calling. Then for our string details, we just take our purchase details, we split each one. Then we have the formatted details, the join using this specific for details. And then we append each formatted detail into our file with the writer.flash. Then we catch if there's an error, and then that's it. And finally, we have the help functions class. Okay, this interface is so that we can connect the generate receipt, save purchase details to our POS app, because we can't insert it into our product app because there's a whole bunch of errors with it. So using the help functions, we can do this, and so that we can save this. Combo box, we have tablet, laptop, CPU. Let's select tablet. Okay, we have 10 in stock, the product ID 001, and the price per piece, which is $100. So let's type in 5. We want 5 different tablets. We add to cart and it displays it on the table. Tablet, 105, and then 500, which is our total. So then let's add laptop this time, which is $500 per piece. We have 5 in stock, so let's input 2 and add to cart. We have tablet, so here's laptop, of course, and the total amount is also displayed here, which is $1,500. So let's input our cash, for example, $2,000. This is our cash, $2,000. Let's check out, and here we go. It displays total amount, 1,500, cash amount, $200, change, 500, and our items, we have bought 5 tablets and 2 laptops. So let's click OK. Thank you for your purchase, and after clicking OK, we should get the message receipt saved to receipt.txt. Okay, let's open our receipt. So after opening our files, let's check. So here we go. This is what we bought right here. This is our receipt on May 29 of 5:27:50 seconds. Okay, so it's saved to our receipt. Then let's check our purchase details. First, let me close the application. Oh, I think it's fine if we open it. Let's open it. Here we go. Total amount 1,500. Cash amount 2,000. Change 500. The cart items, which are the tablet and the laptop. So we have everything saved to our CSV file. So that is all. Thank you for watching my program, my OOP program, and thank you for listening.